There we go. We are live. I'll turn that down a little bit. There we go, joyous people. How's everything going? And we'll just chill some dailies while we wait for some people to turn up. actually a pretty nice. I mean, the cooldown could have been better, but it's actually a pretty nice mod. Not too bad. Yeah, actually give me that, so we'll go with you. Rambo, can I have my volume? Yeah, absolutely. Is it the volume for the music, or are we talking just in general? I assume the speaking and all that, so that's absolutely fine. When you speak. Yeah, absolutely. Do you know what? Which one are you going to be? Actually, you're on the full audio. Okay. Do you know what? I might mess around with the actual microphone itself. Let's do that. How's that? Is that a little bit better? I can just bring it a little bit closer to my mouth as well. That would also help. How's that? Is that working? Much better? Ah, fantastic. That's what I want to hear. How's everything going with you, Rambo? I appreciate you stopping by. How's your week been? Hope everything's going well. do fully appreciate you stopping by. Nope. I took my eyes off it just for a second there. Just be able to have a look at Eisenford. Thank you so much for stopping by there, Eisenford. How's everything going with you? How's your week been? What do I think about the dev life? Well, I don't think TFD's doomed. I mean, you know, that's one of the main positives I can kind of take away from that, which is not what I thought I was actually going to come away with from the whole thing, if I was being perfectly honest. I genuinely thought, just for a second, I genuinely thought that we were actually going to get told, yeah, TFD's done, and all that kind of thing. I am pleasantly surprised that that's not the case. The fact is that when it comes to the developer conference thing that they had, I found it very bizarre that TFD just got a single line of mention throughout the whole thing. And there was other franchises. Now, I appreciate that, obviously, you know, Nexon's got other big franchises and all that kind of thing to be able to talk about, and, you know, TFD isn't their be-all and end-all and everything like that. But I genuinely would have expected it to have more... I'm giving myself hiccups. I genuinely would have expected it to have more of a mention, and for how they were planning on turning that around. But I suppose that presentation wasn't really for us, so I guess that's the main kind of like takeaway. As for the Dev Live itself... there's a couple of cool things to be you know, to take away from it. You know, that it felt another case of those. It was probably more of a 2-step forward, 1 step back this time. You know, there's a couple of things in there that I thought were really good ideas. Some of them not so much. The one thing that I did take away from it though, and I just cannot believe my ears, is the Serena bit. The fact that they were able to mention Serena, you know. And go, oh yeah, we know this is a problem. So instead, we're just going to up the HP of other descendants. I was like, I genuinely was listening to it in the car on the way to work, and I just said out loud to no one, just to myself. I just went, what is the point? What does that even achieve? It doesn't achieve anything. What am I supposed to do with a bit more HP? That doesn't help me like clear faster or as fast as Serena. I mean, yeah, okay, you know, it's nice staying power and all that kind of thing, but what am I actually going to legitimately do with that kind of like newfound HP? And I couldn't believe it when they came out with that, to be fair. That said, though, you know, everything else sounds really good. You know, the new Onslaught mode sounds really interesting if they manage to pull it off correctly. Same with what was it? What difficulty was it for the new Colossus fights? Sounds interesting. I'm all for it. It kind of defeats the point of what the Abyss fights are for now, but unless they're about to merge all that. But you know, everything else sounds good. You know, the adjustment values for Sharen and a few others going forward, those getting looked at. Kind of a cool idea. They are right, it does affect the market. But I also like the fact that, you know, we are actually going to see some really good values. And it just goes to show, really, because Lepic doesn't really have... Like, Lepic's not really been touched when it comes to synchronization values. And Lepic is, like, one of the better characters to currently play to try and rival Serena. And I get why it's been, like, you know, they've nerfed him straight after reworks and all that kind of thing. I do fully appreciate that, but... Even after reworks, we're finding that some of them still can't keep up with Serena, so... Until they can, what is the point in adjusting synchronization values? It just doesn't make sense. So... Like I said, there's a couple of good things to take away from it, but yeah, the Serena thing is just kind of... What is the point? To me, anyway. I know there's quite a few different kind of, like, opinions about that in the community. You know, not to say that mine's the only one, and, you know, theirs is the only one that you should listen to, and all that kind of thing, but... personally, I'm still in the camp that Serena needs a nerf. Not enough to be able to be, like, completely gutted or anything like that, but she absolutely does need something. it's just not. She's not in a good state, I don't think, and I think that really does kind of hinder what the game can actually kind of do at the moment. So, I guess we'll see. Rambo weekend's been good, just farming away. Thank you for having me. I mean, you know, you're always more than welcome here. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I can only apologise if I've only had the one stream this week. It's been a heck of a week at this end. Kiddo has decided to find his voice and has been real grumpy throughout the whole week, and it's yeah, it's just nice to actually finally some time to come on to stream and actually just let loose a little bit. So, yeah, so happy to be here, and it's, you know, happy to have you here as well. We'll get to a few others. Let's just walk our way through some of these corridors. There we go. There we go. That should be enough. Yeah. It's kind of a little bit as to why I haven't been able to put out some videos. I ended up having one really bad night's sleep. Not because of Kiddo, to be fair. Just one really bad night's sleep, and it's just took me out of action for the whole week, which is nuts, but that's what getting old does now. Let's have a look what else we got. For me, still holding off on buying Caliber unless I see a little bit more hope. Well, that's fair enough. And yeah, I mean, that's a perfectly viable opinion to have. Devil didn't give me a lot of hope, but I'll stay on TFD until they pull the plug. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I'm not planning on going anywhere anytime soon. I must admit, though, I do have to start considering options for what's coming out. I don't know if there's anything that's on like the horizon to potentially replace TFD in the same like kind of aspect for the channel. You know, it requires a live service looter shooter, and you know, I guess there's every chance I could go back to Diablo again, but I kind of want to hold off paying like another 40-50 quid or whatever it was to be able to have the new latest expansion when I've already got the game. So not saying that though, Diablo used to be a lot of fun. So, and I'm a big Paladin fan from Diablo 3. So, who knows? Maybe. Director needs to step down. It may not be closing, but what they said is not going to improve player retention. No, of course not. What they specifically said in that dev live is not going to be. And I appreciate you stopping by there, Juju. Thanks. But no, of course not. What you know, actions speak a lot louder than words. You know, there was some good points to kind of take away from it, but yeah, okay. By and large, by what they said, it's not going to do enough. They actually need to follow through with their plans, and the fact that they're thinking of other modes, you know, reworking a bunch of things ready for a little bit later on this year. Granted, we've had these kind of promises in the past, and you know, nothing's really kind of come to light, or it's not really come to light the way they envisioned. Yeah, it's just one of those, unfortunately. But I mean, you know, I want to give them like benefit of the doubt, but I feel like that's probably the wrong way to be able to go about it. I feel like they've probably had enough like good faith from the community to be able to sort things out. But like I said, we'll know soon enough anyway. The fact that they're planning a beta for the Onslaught mode was an interesting call. Same with like what they did with kind of like with Axion. So I do think that's a good idea to be able to like gauge metrics and you know, speak to the player base, see what they actually think and all that kind of thing. I think that's a good call. You know, what that entails, we won't know until nearer the time, but like I said, I don't want to say I've got my hopes up, but I do want to hope that they have kind of thought this through. But like I said, you know, until we actually start seeing actions, it's still going to be a little bit on the downside. They also mentioned Sharen. Maybe Sharen still have hope. I mean, once again, this is another thing that I was saying in the car just to myself, just because I did put it on for my commute to work today, and I personally don't get the hate for Sharon's rework. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, it doesn't fix all of her red mods or anything like that. I still think there's a couple that still fall behind, which is, you know, fine to an extent. I mean, you know, it's not like every single one of Glazed red mods are, you know, up to scratch. And same with, I think Ajax is not great with every single one of his red mods. Still, I think I could be wrong. It's been a little while. So it's not like they all have to be like meta viable or anything like that. But I actually find a lot of fun playing with new Sharon's kit. Especially in Ambushed, anyway. Ambushed is a lot of fun. So, you know, I guess we'll... I do think that the synchronization values got hit unnecessarily hard, in the most case. I've got to do one more. Can't remember. Oh no, I'm done. Cool. Yeah, to go from, like, what was it? But I think we were seeing crit values in the reds of over 200k, 200%, to just breaking 100, if I remember right, was kind of nuts. I don't think it needed to be done that bad. But I do think that the rework was a success to make her a lot more fun. You know, I still stand by that. Now I kind of need you. Now I need you. I need all of you. Let's just get rid of a few of these. That'll do. Oh, good old Chrome. Yeah, absolutely, we'll take a Chrome. Just in case those ever get useful again. What do I need? I suppose we could actually farm for some green tickets. I could probably do with getting a few more of these skins before they disappear. We'll trade it for one more ancestor mod just for the time being. Oh, a dire one. Cool. Oh, you're back, are you? I'll get rid of you. Ta-da! Have I seen Cinder City? No, I don't actually know what Cinder City is. Let's have a quick check. Oh, nothing comes up on Steam. What's Cinder City? MMO with guns. Interesting. Is it coming to PC? Oh yeah, 2026. Tell you what, I'll open the page and I will give that a look in a sec, because I don't think... Oh wow, literally like the first page, it looks like... it's very reminiscent of TFD and like the first early trailers and all that kind of thing. AAA class narrative open world MMO tactical shooter. Okay. I'll give this a look. Actually kind of curious. What else have they made? Time Takers. I feel like I've seen that advertised on social media. Throne of Liberty. I feel like they've done a bunch of ports for PlayStation games, maybe? Okay. Alright, yeah, I'll give this a look in a sec. Yeah, see what that does. I mean, heck, if it's good enough, yeah, you know, depending on the like the trailers and all that kind of thing, if it catches my attention, I'm absolutely down for having a look at that. Absolutely. Gregory, I hope the game survived, but it's not looking good. Do you think every character should have a mobbing and bossing build? So to start with, the game survive. One, we should know middle of this year by the sounds of things. I mean, it kind of it's a rough one, really. After the dev live and everything that's kind of like come out in the last week. The thing that I've been saying in the community and all that kind of thing, is the fact that they kind of need to like just say to the community, look, we hear what you're saying, we're gonna take it for 3 months, whatever it is that it takes. You know, whatever they feel they need to be able to actually kind of like do to be able to achieve it, but you know, take it down for like, not take it down, but as in like, you know, look, this is a bunch of content that you're going, you know, this is onslaught mode, you can enjoy that just for the time being. We're going to take 2-3 months of barely any kind of like brand new content. We're going to work on that in the background, and then yeah, we're just going to just come out with a bunch of brand new stuff in 3 months' time. We're going to work with content creators, we're going to advertise this properly and everything along those kind of lines, and we're just going to basically advertise it as TFD 2.0 or something along those kind of lines, something that's big, something that's brand new when it comes to an event and all that kind of thing. And if they get everything in line and everything like that, absolutely TFD could come back a little bit more, have a bigger player base, start working with players and all that kind of thing, because they are listening. I think it's just a case of it feels a little bit on the slow side, and it just doesn't seem forthcoming, and I think that's probably the main kind of issue that people tend to have with this, so is what it is. As for, do I think every character should have a mobbing and bossing build? To an extent, yes. You know, obviously some are going to be a bit better when it comes to meta-wise and things like that. You know, I wouldn't expect everyone to be mobbing-wise to the level of what Freyna can do, to what Bunny can do, what Inez can do mobbing-wise, Serena-wise, and all that kind of thing. I'd expect there to be still better ones, but I would also expect every character to be able to manage it in a relative way. You know, I think the ones that kind of like suffer in that kind of regard are things like Ezimo. Ezimo is primarily there for bossing. He can still mob, but it's very, very slow compared to the rest. So I would like to see him get an improvement in that kind of aspect when his ultimate comes and drops and all that kind of thing. But yeah, I'd like to think that they have something to be able to help them with bossing damage. Even if it's locked behind specific red mods, there should be something along those kind of lines for every single character, because everyone tries to main a Descendant in this game, and you know, as long as they have the tools and the capability of being able to do it, then yeah, absolutely should do. Yeah. Also, mode sounds mare as well. Turrets 3 waves into a different turn. Nerf Colossi boss. Well, we don't know if that's Nerf Colossi at the end, because you know, with the fact of the brand new difficulty level that's coming in, we have no guarantee that that is going to be the case. There is every possibility that they make this into an abyss boss fight at the very end, and that kind of like difficulty for like a 4-player or something like that. So they could also make it into a mini wall crasher. You know, they've got a bit of potential to be able to go for that kind of side of things. So I guess we'll see. I still want to level up. I could do with leveling up. Yeah, I could do with leveling up Viessa a little bit more, get a few more catalysts put behind her, ready for her ultimate to drop. So maybe we'll go for that then. Do I want to go Glacial Abs? Do you know what? It's been a little while since we used Glacial. We'll use Glacial. We'll power this up to full. Danny, sorry I missed stream on Monday. Ray's busy with work. Oh, you don't need to apologise for that. To be fair, there wasn't even a stream on Monday. Yeah, this week's been a bit of a fun one, so I just unfortunately had to kind of like call it. I've been knackered. It's just been work, and all that kind of thing. So yeah, a lot going on. Why are you now playing that? You shouldn't be doing that. It's alright, give me a second. There we go. God, I love that website sometimes. So it looks cool, but it is NC Soft, and they tend to over-monetize this game. Now, to be fair, NC Soft, I don't think I've ever actually like run into them. On Guild Wars. So you know, I've heard of Guild Wars, but I've never actually given it a go. So to be completely honest with you, I've not experienced the monetization models that they do or anything like that. So I've only got you to go off for that one. But I've got no reason to doubt you. Yeah, go on. Hope work eases up for you, bro. Happy Easter Sunday. I appreciate that, man. And happy Easter to yourself as well. Do you celebrate Easter in that kind of way? Like, you make a big deal about it, or yeah, work's just it is what it is. You know, you know, it comes in waves and all that kind of thing. It's been relatively fine, and then yeah, just a couple of days and one bad night's sleep and just screwed over. But hey, the life we live. It's been a little while since I played Glacial Cloud. Oh, come on, there we go. There we go. we go. Right. So it's a Sunday dinner and Easter eggs, not really. I mean, to be fair, two best parts of it. I mean, I don't blame you. Do you think instead of attribute on weapons when holding them, should they take those boosts off of weapons, put them on charms and necklace that can upgrade and equip? Because I really just like holding weapons like Peace Mode just to get the boost. So are we talking like stat stick weapons? Are we just purely talking about that side? So like how like Secret Garden can, you know, is really good at being able to boost up just generic skill power and all that kind of stuff. Ow. So are you thinking like every weapon should be like a stat stick? Is that the plan? Am I understanding that right? I'll take a resource box. I'm more than happy with that. Oh, mutant cell as well. Oh, what a good run. Stat stick weapons because I want to use other weapons. Yeah, I can. It's a tricky one because what that does is it kind of, once again, it takes it away from pigeonholing you into one weapon into another. At least if you're going to go for the meta options, for example. So the reason why I'm a little bit skeptical about that, and this is why they I think this is why they currently balance it with the weapon core system the way it currently does. So for example, what's a really good option? Python's not a bad shout, to be fair. I've just realised I could make Python so much better. I don't need the recoil on the aim shot accuracy. I might actually call that up if I've got any. I've got plenty of yellows. Fantastic. Let's see if we can get some movement speed on this bad boy. There we go. Oh. If you give me a grapple now, I'll be so happy. But I'll also take another 20% sprint speed. I mean, recoil's kind of nice. Just in case I don't get it. 15%'s not enough. I want higher than that. Nah, blue roll's not good enough. I know you can do better than that. Come on. I'm gonna have to go for some. Okay, fine. Fine, that's how it's gonna be. So yeah, so when it comes to the weapons and all that kind of thing, Blue Beetle is held back a little bit from the fact that it has to. Do you know, I've got a different Blue Beetle that I can use for this, which is that one. So Blue Beetle is held back a little bit by not being a perfect stat stick for movement and everything like that. So it's got an insane stat stick effect when you start using the right skills with it, like fusion. But in terms of when it comes to its cores and everything like that, it's held back a little bit from the fact that you can't go into 3 yellow cores. Now, the reason why something like Python is a good example, why Secret Garden is an exceptional example, is the fact that you can go into 3 yellow cores, and that makes it the perfect movement stat stick, as well as being the perfect extra damage and all that kind of thing. So yeah, it's I feel like this kind of keeps some of them in check. It's like, for example, I wouldn't want to see. What could we potentially get as an example? Apparently, we're going to be seeing something like this happen anyway with Transcendent weapons. So we're going to, you know, if what they say is to be believed, we're going to start seeing weapons that can deploy 6 lances, like Kingsguard Lance, on an actual shootable stat stick. So something like maybe like Fallen Hope or anything like that. You know, I like the idea that specific stat stick weapons are tied to particular types of characters. So, for example, like Fallen Hope is going to be Freyna's. It's almost always kind of been that kind of way. E-Buster would be technically Inez's, except it's not a great weapon. It's got the three cores for you to be able to actually go into and all that kind of thing, but it's just not a fantastic weapon. You might as well just stick with something like Secret Garden or something else. But then, if you are going for damage, you don't need those extra rolls, and you can still go into damage. Like, for example, Kingsguard Lance can do that. Restored Relic is a fantastic option to be able to talk about that, because it goes into 2 into Attribute damage, and it allows you to be able to go into triple fire rate to massively increase the amount of damage it can do. So, you know, it kind of depends. Like, there are some examples that I would love to be able to see actually get something. Like, for example, I kind of want to see Hypernova get a little bit of a change to be able to go into extra movement speed. You know, I would happily sacrifice that orange core for a free slot just to be able to go into extra movement speed or even extra grapple. But obviously they're not going to go that route. Because it's a really good way of being able to trigger things like hyperfocus. It's just... You know, it works really, really nicely as an extra kind of like a little bit of a stat stick weapon. Even though technically it's not one by itself. It has ways of being able to proc things to be able to suggest that it is a stat stick. So there's a few things, you know, I just... It's hard for me to say that every single one of them should be freed up for that slot. But I could see it by a use by case, but I guess we'll see when it comes to like Transcendence weapons what they're currently planning, because like I said, apparently we're going to see, if it's to be believed, whether this is actually going to be the case or not, because this sounds kind of ridiculous to me as a mobbing thing, but for example, Thunder Cage mixed with Kingsguard Lancer will have lances that can proc Thunder Cage explosions. Does it need it? Absolutely not, but it would be so much fun. It would be so funny. You know, ones that could actually be a really cool example of that kind of working would be something like Kingsguard Lance mixed with Clairvoyance. I would love to be able to see that, because one of the best stat sticks for VS back in the day, before they did the rework when it comes to Kingsguard Lance, is that this could still crit. And it was a really good way of being able to use enhanced focus rounds to be able to do resistance shredding as well. So in Clairvoyance, be able to be paired with the lances to be able to shred chill resist would be absolutely fantastic. But I guess we'll see. I mean, heck, either Typhoon mixed with it would be pretty cool. Just multiple beams. So in some cases, yes, I could see an argument for it, but I feel like the weapon core system would need a massive revamp if they were to go that route. You'd have to look at each weapon as a case-by-case basis, or you just make it generic across the board. Just open up every single slot. So every single one of them is a free slot, and you can just choose whatever you want in there. Personally, I think the weapon core system is really good and fresh feeling. So many other shooters use accessories as boosters. Yeah, I mean, I did originally like it, but I feel like it's one of those that it's a good system in practice, but then it's also hindered by what Nexon decide go in those slots. Like, for example, we found out Malevolent was a fantastic weapon back in the season when it got released, because it was really, really good with Serena, for example, because we could go triple fire rate. But then they released something like Eraser, and we can't really keep up with it, because we can only boost its damage so far, and we can only boost its fire rate so far. You know, it's little things like that. Like, before Shadow got his massive buff, Shadow was massively overlooked because Deus Ex had such an insane amount of damage that it could chuck out into crit, as well as its extra 4x damage to breach commanders and things like that. And Shadow just couldn't do anything about it. So it's one of those that it's held back by what Nexon deem weapon cores wise, and how they judge that I don't know. Like, for example, Hammer and Anvil could be a fantastic, like, generic weapon to be able to go out and rock, but when it comes to its actual stats and all that kind of thing, the purple is pointless. There's no need for any kind of, like, purple cores, really, across most of the weapons. Going into double yellows is cool if it was a stat stick, but it's not. It's an actual shooting weapon, so none of those really kind of help it, apart from maybe hip fire accuracy, but even then, it's still not great. And then we've only got one roll into Attribute Attack, which this weapon could absolutely deal even more damage with, even though it's got low electric attack just at base. So it's got so much that it's just kind of like missing out on. It means we've got no red cores to be able to go into something like multi-hit or anything like that. you know, it's just all over the place, and it does make me wonder what they were actually thinking when they went into these kind of cores. Like, for example, this is a really good one to be able to go into. 1 free, 1 red, 2 green. Yeah, okay, the purple could be something else, but, you know, generically, that's actually a really good one to be able to go into. I'm trying to think if there's any other really good examples. I think Fallen Hope's pretty decent. It goes into one of everything apart from red. Red would have been quite nice to go into, but... yeah, hold on. There we go. There you go, Darth. To be fair, I've been waiting for your username to be popping up, and now we've got it sorted. There you go. Should be a mod now. Yeah, crime is a really bad. Yeah, crime is not great. It's weird. It's a very deceiving one because it looks on the outside, it looks like it's a fantastic set, but the fact that we can't go into additional attack with it really holds it back. You know, Hypernova is a fantastic set of melee ones. You know, two blue, 2 red, one orange, perfect, just the perfect blend. And they just gave it this, and it was just like, oh, okay. Like, even if you just went, screw it, just give you 4 blues. It's not the best in the world, but it could have been so much better than what it currently is. I mean, I don't mind crime. Crime's okay as it currently is. It's fine. It's usable and all that kind of thing, but it does fall behind other options, unfortunately. It just needs that additional attack thing, I think. As soon as we got that sorted, yeah, it's good to go. Afterglow is god awful. Why the hell they thought that was good, I don't know. Same with ATAMs, to be fair. Actually, ATAMs is pretty bad, but ATAMs is just much stronger. It's a weird one. So I really wish that they would have a look at some of these again and just redo some of the cores and everything. But whether we will do or not, I don't know. Hammers go to core slots. Have we got a different hammer? Dark Moon, I appreciate you stopping by. How's everything going your way? How's your week been? Hammer is just... I don't even know what they were smoking when it came up with that one. That's But yeah, it's some bad ones. And to be fair, I'm still very bitter about the Kingsguard Lance change that they did. I really, really hate my life with how this one turned out. Not a fan at all. But is what it is. Really like the grapple slots, especially. Oh, okay, fair enough then. Yeah, no, I can see that being really good on just specifically to Serena. I get that then. But that's because she's got a way of being able to buff up the extra damage and all that kind of thing. Whereas, you know, if you were to use it generically or want to take it somewhere else or everything like that, it just... oh, dummy. What are the chances of that? Definitely streams. I try to show up every time, you just didn't know how to, fair enough. But moving up in the world, still need to take some photos of mods. Oh yeah, you do, absolutely. Yeah, I should have a little bit more time going forward now. But yeah, this week has just been insane. It's just not been feasible at all this week. It's been so bad to the point of I haven't even been able to do my 20 runs inside of Axion. I mean, obviously it's reset now, but I think I managed to get 9 out of 20 if I remember right. It's not been it's not been great. At least they will be buffing Serena with all the potential weapon changes. Is what the game needs. Don't get me started, Exalted. I honestly, as soon as I heard them go, we hear that Serena is a problem, I was like, great, fantastic, Perfect. You know that you're acknowledging that there is a problem, and you're going to do something about it. And then they went, so instead we're going to buff the HP of everyone else. Fantastic. That's exactly the change that we needed to be able to fix her. No, that's not the solution. Why is that even achieving? You found the problem. You identified what the issue is. You confirmed to us that you know what the problem is. And then you still turn around and go, yeah, but we're not going to address that, so we're actually going to do it. I was just like, I can't believe what I'm listening now. I said, oh yeah, we believe changes should, or nerfs should be done in a timely fashion. And I think that actually made me burst out into laughter in my own car. At the fact that I was like, so what is the plan here? What? Oh, just end me. Like, why is the point? It baffles me. It really baffles me. But that's where we are. What do I think will happen in the game, Duff? The game's good. It depends. I've got... What's the right way to put this? What is the right way of putting this? I've got a part of me that thinks everything's going to be fine. We've got nothing to worry about. You know, they're going to follow through with what they're saying. We're going to see just the changes that we need, the changes that we've been asking for. Oh, I can go get my free mod from here. And they're going to do all the content things that they've been saying that they're going to do. And it's going to go great. And they're going to listen to the community, and we're going to get everything that we need. And and then they go. Like I said, I can't believe the actions and all that kind of thing. It's hard to get excited when we've been tricked before, in the sense of, oh, this is the content that we've been looking for. This is the content that we're gonna get. That's gonna change everything, and you know, all that kind of thing. And you know, they touted that Axiom was going to be that. And now look at it, people just want to see the back end of Axiom for the most part. It's a difficult one, it really is. Like, I want to be... I'm going to be cautiously optimistic, let's say. And say, yeah, it's... I'm looking forward to it, but I guess we don't know for certain, do we? And we never will, until it gets to that point. So... I don't know. I think it's just worrying enough for me to start considering what is going to be the next game for the channel. I don't want it to be the case, to be completely honest with you. I want TFD to stick around a little bit longer and all that kind of thing, because at the core of it, I am still enjoying my time and everything like that. But I've got to be realistic about it at some point, and it's just... Oh, don't you start again. You are taking the piss. Why are you... I can see I'm logged in. There we go. You don't have access. What do you mean I don't have access? Literally logged in. This is winding me up now. I'm being gaslit by a music site. Being gaslit. Quatergorn has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much there, Quatergorn. I do fully appreciate you. That means a lot. And subscribe to Tier 1 over on the Twitch. Wow. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. How's everything going your way? Hope you've had a nice week and everything like that. What's the weekend hold for you? I don't think I've ever been gaslit by music in my life. This is a new experience. Thing is not having high HP, that's even the issue. It's a HP buffs the damage. Yeah, exactly. And if that's genuinely the reason as to why they've done what they've done, I might just flip out. Because it doesn't fix anything. Like, in the slightest. Like, and you're right, it's like breaking your arm and seeing that it's broken and saying, okay, this is bad, it's an issue, let me put a plaster on my leg. It's like when you go to the doctors and they say, ah, doctor, I've got a headache, and they grab your balls and they say, cough. So tickle myself. As an end of Season 2 players or entering the oversaturating game with loads of new content, won't fix whatever it is, just needs fixing, wants to new players, good vibe. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, there's always a case of... Weirdly, the veteran players are always saying, oh, there's not enough content to be able to actually currently play the game or anything like that. And then, on the flip side, anyone that's new that's going to be coming into the game is going to look at it and just get overwhelmed. So, what is even the plan at that point? Like, we'll do that. We'll get my free readjustment. Oh. What do I want to do? Oh, let's freely readjust this one. Awful. Okay, fantastic. Thanks. Thank you so much for not wasting my materials on that. Let's go see what we can buy it from up here. We both know it's not going to happen, which sucks that this game's going to die. I'm going to keep holding out hope. You know, I'd call me a masochist or something like that, but I'm just going to keep hoping. I need to get me some more extra tickets to be able to actually buy some of this stuff, I think. We've done all the daily stuff. Just got our 20 to be able to run. I don't know if I can be bothered to be able to do it with Viesa. Our range is severely lacking. I just... can I be bothered? I really should, but... Nah, we're going to do this instead. Show my Nero look. My attempt at Nero when it comes to Lepic. With his Blue Rose and Red Queen. It's probably what's going on. Yeah, it's yeah. What's the point? Done it. Yes, so it's going to be a 50-50. Yeah, we're going to split it up. So we're going to do a few more runs of Lepic. We're going to get a few of these Ancestor Mod runs out the way over in Legion, and then yeah, we'll swap over to Crimson. We'll have a look over on that side of things because I've done a bit more exploring. I found an area that I'm not supposed to be in. Its enemies are way too high level. So I'm just currently doing a little bit more of the story. But yeah. Yeah, I need to actually have a look at the bot for the Discord stuff. There's a lot of stuff I need to actually find some time. So hopefully over the weekend I'll be able to sort that one out. Are you 60-catting any Descendants? No. I don't need to. The thing is, it feels like it's a bit of a... Similar to like when people ask me, why am I... you know, when it comes to... what was it? The red mods, transcendent mods and all that kind of thing? People asking me why don't I fully max them out or anything like that? And it just seems like a waste of resources. Like, why would I be doing it? And like, if I could fit everything into my build already, then there's literally no need for me to 60-cat. And why would I 60-cat it? You know, I've got catalysts that could be spent on new weapons. This feels like this is firing faster today. Yeah. I mean, if I'm going to be fair, I don't do the most catalyst farming anyway. So I've got a stockpile and everything ready, but I'd rather spend that on like sorting out new builds, things like that. I don't need to 60-cat Descendant. I just don't have the time to be able to consistently catalyst farm. So yeah. That's the only reason why. I know people do, and all that. But personally, I just don't see the need to, so I just don't. After I've got my builds working, if things change and, you know, I then need to like have a look into sorting out a few more catalysts, I just go straight to defense waves. Just put the ones that I need in, and then just go from there. Oh, reminds me, yeah. Apparently one of the weekly challenges at the moment is to visit two lounges. So I'm probably going to have to do that at some point. If I visit one of your... if there's currently someone in the chat right now, and if I visit any person's lounge, and I find out that every single one of them are basically just doing like the shower emote and just wearing nothing and all that kind of thing, just know I will look down. I know where you spend most of your time. It's not going to be out there in Axion or anything like that. Did they fix the gold ring? Yes. There was a patch last week, I think it was. So yeah, so everything should be sorted now. I'm in a box. Why am I in a box? Why am I in a box? What is this? I've never seen that before. Oh. No, I'm gonna lie, never actually gone to the lounge. I mean, it's a cool enough feature. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it and say that, oh my god, it's the best thing that's ever happened for this game or anything like that. It is a feature that shouldn't really have been added, let's be honest. It doesn't really add any kind of, like, functionality to the game or anything, but I'm sure there are some people out there that really, really enjoy what it is. And more power to them if that's the case. But you know, if it was outside of like TFD, it looks cool. You know, it's a fun little addition if it was something out, you know, some other game and all that kind of thing. But for me, I just like, what is the point? I think I've only been there like about 5-6 times total. Was it a waste of time and resource? Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you on that, to be fair. Like I say, it looks cool. It's a cool idea in practice and all that kind of thing, but yeah, I mean, should it have been, you know, made out to be what it is now and all that kind of thing? You know, I mean, oh, I thought you were dead. Kobe. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's a cool idea, but it should have been a cool idea for when the game was in a good state. And it just felt like, you know, it did feel like they just kind of used it to detract away from, you know, things that actually did need implementing and everything like that, so... Just had a notification come up, but I don't know what for. Something just played a noise and nothing's telling me what it was for. God, I love IT systems sometimes. What is this box? Seriously, I don't actually know what this is. Why am I in it? And because of it, for the first time ever, I ran out of MP. You know, let's mix it up a little bit. Let's go play a little Sharen. Do I know bunny stuff? I know that bunny should be deleted from the game. Does that count? How's it going, Alyssa? Appreciate you stopping by. At this point, no one can test it. Oh dear. That's how you know it's bad. I just want balance. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah. It feels like we're so far away. I mean, I assume you had the exact same reaction as to what I had when they said, oh, Serena's a problem. So we're buffing HP for all descendants. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Fucking goated call. Why such hate towards Bunny? It's only purely because this is it. You know, Bunny's fine. I don't mind Bunny. Not my personal favourite, but you know, doesn't mean they haven't got a place or anything like that. You're not gonna caution up. Forgot you do that. We've got the TFD Avengers together to complain about the game. It's not a fast run, but it'll do. Oh, you really want me to go singular, do you? Okay. You like playing solo? Yeah, I mean, I personally prefer it. One, I don't have to worry about any kind of like weird kind of lag shenanigans and everything like that. You know, every now and then you kind of get it depending on the character you play, and personally, I'm just not for that. But there's also the fact that, you know, when it comes to like playing with randoms, like the fact that I could be waiting like 30 odd seconds, if not up to a minute, just to be able to find someone doing the exact same activity. I just... Personally, it's not just for me. I'm more than happy just to go at my own pace and all that kind of thing, but, you know, every now and then I'll pop into like a public lobby and all that kind of stuff, so... it's just one of those, really. That's about it. it's the only thing. I'll tell you what, let's do a... kind of want to do a few... Absolutely not. You are this character. That's the one. Okay, just glad they fixed the spawn issue. Yeah, it's like I said, it is one of those. I mean, you know, I get the people that like playing it like co-op. I like the people that play it solo. It's just ease for me. You know, I don't have to worry about finding people on at the exact same time, and that's pretty much it. You know, I don't really have anything like issue or anything like that against. You know, if that was all solved and all that kind of thing, I wouldn't have any other issue or anything like that. That's all. Just farm this for a bit, get a few of our green tickets going, and then we'll swap over to Crimson, I would imagine. Just in case I don't find any more time this weekend. Oh no. That might be one of the most rage baiting. This one, Moxie, the dev should buff Serena again, give Bunny HP scaling. Oh god. I don't even know. I don't even care if that is base at the end of the day. It's possibly one of the worst things I could actually imagine. It's the stupid thing is to be able to actually make Bunny even more viable is just to up a crit rate. Even if you just do it with high voltage, just up a crit rate and it should be fine. That's essentially all she needs. I am just quickly having a check just to see if any more fire boost ratios and crit damage mods have come onto the market. Oh, that's a good one. Shame they're not online, but that's a good one. Kind of would have snapped their arm off at that. Oh well. Oh no, that's max MP down. Don't want that one. Oh well, worth a try. Please don't put ideas into their heads. How fast are we doing these? Oh, they're actually a bit boosting research now. Ow, what the hell? I've been pushed back to 5th. God damn it. It's crazy no one's able to reach End Sky right now. Crazy thing is, I don't think there's much of a difference in everything. I think everyone's kind of rocking the same thing now. Double down and rework Keelan another 12 times. God damn it. Yeah, we've heard that Serena's a problem, so we've took Keelan. And yeah, we found that the dashes are the problem for him. That people just can't fully maintain them. So what we've done is we've took away his dashes, and we gave him an MP bar. That's the fix. That's the fix everyone's been after. You tell me everyone runs the same pills and crit fishes. Yeah, I mean, well, you say that, but Ensky has clearly found something else. I don't know what they found, but they have found something. It could just be crit fishing. It really could just be crit fishing, but it's insane the time and how much different it is compared to everyone else. But they're able to shed off at least a whole second. It's just over a second, granted, but you know, at least that is nuts to me. Like, I genuinely thought I had a really good time. What? God damn it. Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? Is it going to be enough? No. Honestly, if they made the dashes spam on the animations with something like Wesker from Resident Evil, that would be awesome. Insta-lock and movements to targets. Weirdly, you can actually do that with his new red mod. Where is it? Oh, what's it really called? Is it Septic? No. It's the new melee-focused one. He weirdly can do it on that one. think I've timed this one wrong. On the plus side, those will stick around. Should land the crit. Bah. Yeah, what is it? Is it Septic Gust? Which one is it? It's... Yeah, I think it's Septic Gust. It's one of his new red mods. It's the one that's melee focused. It's surprisingly good because it allows you to be able to dash with your 2 and then alternate back to your 1. I'm going to get this to 300 tickets and then I'll call it over. And it just allows you to be able to zoom, instantly lock over to another person, zoom, instantly lock over to another person. Granted, they have to be within range, but it's very effective. It's one of my new favourite ways to actually currently play Keeper. I said we'll get it to 300, so I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to activate my nade a little bit earlier. So I think that might be why it's a little bit on the slower side. Did anyone get you an April Fool's, by the way? No, absolutely not. I don't think anyone... Well, someone tried at work. So basically the running joke at the moment is that one of the younger guys that's in my department, he really hates that I think Nicolas Cage is like a really good actor. Well, I say he's a really good actor. I am playing it up a little bit, to be fair, but I do stand by that National Treasure is an absolutely fantastic film. But he's young. He's like young 20s or something like that, if I remember right. So he doesn't know the genius that is Nicolas Cage right now. So yeah. He came out and said, "Oh, I stand corrected. Oh, he's a fantastic actor and all that kind of thing." And I said, "You do realise I know what day it is today, right?" So he tried it on. He did try it on. But I was onto him straight away. I knew exactly what was happening there. But no, that was the only real attempt. I will say I did find out about someone else's April Fool's story from a few years back, which I think is absolutely hilarious. Let me swap this for. Sure. Why not? Or one closer. We will swap this over to. Swap this over to Crimson Desert. Let me just click play on that. Swap game capture to. TFD should have an April Fool's back going back on No. To be fair, I honestly thought the dev stream was actually going to be an April Fool's at one point. I'm surprised it wasn't in the end. Yeah, so the guy's story is so good. I want to say I don't understand how he got caught out by it, but the more I think about it, the more I'm like, actually, yeah, that's easily done. Let's swap this over to a fancy playlist because I do like that. It's been at max volume this whole time. That makes so much more sense. So yeah, so I found out a story about a guy had recently seen his friends, or you know, something that happened that caused him to go. to believe this in the end. Or if he'd just been on holiday with his friend or something along those lines. And his friend just randomly texted him or called him out the blue just to say, I've just come back. Well, you know how I've been to Africa. It turns out I've caught Ebola. Which obviously Ebola's a really nasty disease and all that kind of thing. And he says, I've been advised that I need to let all the people that I've been close to let them know that they might catch it as well. They need to go get checked out. And the guy at work genuinely had no... You know, keep in mind that this guy's not exactly the most gullible guy in the world. But he genuinely rang into work that very day, said, I can't work today, I've got to go to hospital. Very serious. All this kind of thing. He went to I assume A&E. He went to a walk-in clinic kind of type deal. Sat there for an hour, thinking he potentially might have to get checked out for Ebola. And it wasn't until like after the hour that he went up to the reception kind of people and said, "Look, I've just been sat here for an hour. I'm concerned that I've got this." And they looked at him with the most dumbfounded look, and they said, "So you're telling me that you come into a walk-in clinic to get checked out for this, but you don't have any of these symptoms, these symptoms, these symptoms, and your friend has been to Africa, but has not been to the location that has got reports of Ebola, and they only have confirmed cases of around about 5 a year." To which he genuinely went, "Yeah." Which they reminded him what day it was. So he rang through. Yeah, he just rang through the he rang through to work to say he couldn't work, all for an April Fool's joke at his own expense. I was just like, that's so stupid. That really is. Rambo, I'm from Africa. Oh well, fair enough. I've just learned something new then. Yeah, just I just couldn't believe what I'd heard, so that you'd actually believe that. So yeah, just so good. It's so daft. It genuinely is so daft, but it's so good. So that's the best friend equivalent of babe, I'm pregnant, good luck. I can't believe you get, like I said, this guy's got his wits about him. We aren't talking about someone that you could genuinely look at and say gullible's written on the roof, and he would look up to the roof and go, what, is it really? And all that kind of thing. Like, this guy knows what he's doing and all that kind of thing. And he just, for whatever reason, on that day, genuinely believed it. And it's one of the most bizarre things I've ever heard in my life. That's what happened. That's what he did. So yeah. So if you're ever having a bad day and you ever think, "Oh, I shouldn't have been caught out by something," just remember that guy did. And you nag. Might turn the music down a little bit more. Okay.
Then you got all the high and mighty saying they shouldn't take in a life I can't care for.
What happened to the other one you brought back?
It's hardly my fault it decided to run off. Andrew might be happy turning a blind eye. So I mean, if that poor thing ends up stoned or starved.
Don't tell her.
Erin
Andrew has a point.
So one thing that I've managed to do in the meantime, since we last played, is I got my legendary horse. Oh yeah.
No, the last one ran off because it got hungry waiting.
Right.
This was an absolute pain to catch,
I'm supposed to just walk
but did manage to find it. I'm very happy.
shivering in the rain. Little shits were throwing rocks at me. Any decent soul would have stepped in to stop me. How can you ignore his desperate cries? Holes. That's what you lot are.
But yeah, in terms of
You sound just like when we were kids.
where I've been to, we have now explored a bunch of the continent. But what I learned is that going up north is absolutely fine. I can handle all this. This is absolutely fine. But going to the right and going up here is actually a problem. I went towards that way, found like a group of 20 people, thought, yeah, this will be easy, all that kind of thing. Didn't kill a single one of them, regardless of how many times I swung my sword at them. And yeah, it didn't end well. So much so I discovered this monastery. So yeah, got a lot of exploring to do, but still loads more to do. I haven't even been over here yet. I'm pretty sure I also found out that, was this a hostile town? I think it was. So there's yeah. I've almost hit the top though. But yes, still really enjoying this, even though I think I'm only in like chapter 3 or 4 or something like that.
Always so quick to lash out. Maybe when you tried to help.
I've been too busy exploring randomly and
I was shy, that's all. You know I'm not great with strangers.
You kicked over Andrew's meals, broke Marius's arm. You fought Jan every day.
Jan deserved it. You only ever said things that pissed me off.
Unka said it was nerve.
Nerves. Me.
That's only natural to be on your guard in strange surroundings. A survival instinct.
Du-du-du-du-du-du.
So Uncle thought I looked like some scared little pup.
More like an abandoned wolf cub.
It feels like shit to be the abandoned cub. Right, we're here. Now, what was it Carl was after again? Ah, you go fetch some meat. I'll pick up the woolen hides. We'll meet back at the town gate.
Okay. Buy lean meat. This is normally the meat stall. Wait. It's weird that the mission's all the way over here after it just sent me all the... whatever. Yep. Okay. Another bounty notice. What's going on over here?
I wish there were a way to bring light to what's going on.
I was just thinking out loud. My head's been full of worries of late. The Nars River fishing grounds are seeing less visitors these days. Once they were the pride of the region. So, I thought, what if we raised a statue of the goddess of plenty?
Oh goddess of plenty, oh goddess of plenty, oh, oh.
Two birds with one stone, as they say. If you would lend me your strength, I'd see you properly rewarded.
Instantly turns back on. We didn't even say yes or no. Oh goddess of plenty, oh goddess of plenty, oh,
Good to see
oh.
you.
This is for you.
Well, hey. What do you do for me at 100 trust?
You can carry all fresh.
Nothing. Okay.
You won't regret. Farewell. I'll be here when your hunger returns.
What's that? Okay. Alright.
Just a moment, if you will. A quiet day is something to be thankful for. Tomorrow I'll take my boys.
Oh.
Can I help you?
What the? Thanks, I think. Oh goddess of plenty. Yeah, I know what stamina does. What? Why would I need this? Okay.
Would you spare me a coin?
I'll do the same for you.
I like you.
What the? Oh god!
All I ask is enough for bread.
Oh!
Will you show kindness, stranger? Spare something for? I'll do the same for you someday. I'll do
Here.
the same for you someday.
Take my coin.
Right, so too long and
Only you get a coin.
Good person, friend. I'll do the same for you someday. I'll do the same for you someday. Good person, friend.
Sure, I'll take your wood.
Help a fella out. I knew I could count on you.
I'll do the same for you.
Oh god!
Hey, I see you. Don't be stingy.
Show you some money for food.
I'll do the same for you.
Oh god, no!
I'll do the same for you someday.
My thanks for your kindness.
Hey,
Oh, goddamn zombies!
My woeful fate.
Well, that actually came from... It kind of did.
for you someday. I'll do the same for you someday.
Why have they all got the same voice?
For you someday.
and then turn off the phone.
You're a good person, friend.
My thanks for your kindness.
I'll do the same for you someday. I'll do the same for you someday. All our wishes for one day without worrying.
Oh no, I didn't want to cook. No. I wonder if they actually do the same for you one day. No, my leg!
I'll do the same for you someday.
I like you. I like you.
Surely you can spare
I
me.
want new clothes.
I'll do the same for you someday. You're a good person.
It's just, I've just pushed him into the fire. God. You're a good person, friend.
Spare something for your poor
Oh God. I'm never getting out of this place.
Diet's too long and cruel.
Get out of my way.
You're a good person.
I have a feeling I'll do the same. I'm also a good person, friend.
Who in their right mind would draw a bow like this?
Naira, come on.
You just... I couldn't even do it if I tried.
It was
How
only
does a man
one
hit himself in the
time.
face with his own arrow? Truly an art form.
What's happening here?
Help me out here, Cliff.
I'm a good person.
Get a load of this. There was an archery contest at Lioncrest Manor yesterday. And Dwayne gave everyone a proper show. He smacked himself with his own arrow. How is that even possible?
That's enough, Naira.
And you watched our last time too.
We've been at this day. It was a blustery day, though, right? Huh? Yeah, it might have been.
Truly miraculous. Everyone looses the same arrows. Yet only your shots sail off like leaves in a gale. One might think we're bound to win two bowstring.
Well, that's enough. I'll win next time, you'll see. Aye, leave it be.
Bold words. Sure you can back 'em?
Of course. Cliff, we're coming down.
I'm a good person.
Aye, that's my witness. I'll put an end to that tongue wagging.
Don't let them see you crying when you lose.
Andrew, keep Naira busy for a bit.
Gladly. Take your time coming back.
Oh dear. Hey Dwayne, have you seen my horse? It's so much better than yours.
She'll make one mistake for a lifetime, I swear.
I mean, it's a pretty good mistake though.
Lose that deer we'd been stalking for days. But Naira
If you genuinely hit yourself in the face with your own bow, I feel like you kind of deserve a bit of a ribbing.
Swords are more my specialty. I know if I can get a win, she'll shut her mouth for good.
Well, a proper duel wouldn't be the worst idea.
You know,
It's still counting up for beggars for me.
we can settle it when we get back.
More beggars.
Prove that I'm the better warrior.
Here, get yourself an apple.
What's keeping
I'm a good person, friend. I'm a good person, friend. Please, I've just broke your bowl, but take my money. I'm a good person, friend.
What's keeping you?
I love video game renditions of our accents, it's so dramatized. It absolutely has to be, doesn't it? I love the fact that they only got one person to do the accent as well, for every single beggar that exists. Like, surely you just have some oh god, oh...
You've got to win this for me. Just this once. See, you're the best archer of any of us.
No, I'm not.
So that's what this is about.
Bids, apologies, been setting up venue for my engagement parties tomorrow. Ah, you've got nothing to apologise right there for that. Engagement parties are absolutely important right there.
The contest. Make sure you
Um,
win and put Naira in her place. Thanks. I'll play you around for the trouble.
Have you got everything sorted? And what's the big plan? What's the party going to be? Got a lot of people coming?
Yes. Yeah, right. Well, we want to start working it straight away. We're short on hands. It's been an eyesore for some time. It'd be nice to tidy up the kitchen, get it back to how it was, and I've no doubt Duke Celeste will be pleased as well. Would you be willing to lend a hand? If you do, I'd be happy to pay for your trouble.
Literally a guy with like a wolf skin on my head. A big massive like shield and everything like that. And you've gone, excuse me,
What's the story?
can you help me clean up this place?
Come challenge yourself. When you're ready, we'll begin.
Sure, why not? Can't imagine this is going to be too much of a problem, right?
You look like you could hold your own.
I'm a good person.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay.
On my mark.
Oh, that's not even a target. Oh, it's a quick shot. Oh, he's a very quick shot. Oh, you gotta be faster than that.
I've worked with the great mates in battle. Their skills are beyond compare.
You're not bowing out just yet, are you?
I've got to get a win streak. Yeah, why is he angry?
Let's have that.
He's a good husband to be, friend. He absolutely is. He's a good person.
I'm ready. On my mark.
Oh. He's fast. I've seen the clip on social media about people parking like a trailer here. Just to be able to block every single shot that the AI fires out. That's so funny. sure.
Have you been practicing much?
No, just two rounds before this.
I'm ready. On my mark.
Oh, he's too good. Oh, he's too good. Oh dear. Oh god. Is he just sniping them before they turn up? Like, what the? Jesus. Like, I know I missed a couple, but
You can't call it quits here.
I've got to have a 3-win streak. Oh, I don't really want to keep doing this. I want to be exploring. I want to be having a lot of fun. Oh, that's slow. Is there a way to, like, tell where the next one's going to be? Am I mental? Like, can I not just shoot this guy with an arrow? No, you won't let me. Jesus Christ, this guy's... I'm gonna lose. Nope, it's coming down to the last one. That's... My god, what am I supposed to do here?
You can't call it quits here.
Yeah, I can. Watch me. It's about I want to figure out how to put a trailer in front of this.
That was a hook. Come challenge yourself.
My god. Like, where do I even get a trailer from? Wait, I can just speak with Dwayne.
I knew you could do it. Right then, let's go close.
Wait, why did I need the 3-win streak? I didn't achieve that.
Carl did seem while we were there. Why don't you head into town, see the city agent? I had to wait for you. I've got a good.
I don't...
I'll leave you to it.
I don't understand. Like, it wanted me to have a 3-win streak, but I didn't have that. Okay, alright, whatever. What's done is done, I guess. Something on the board.
Well met.
I don't know if I do.
True strength comes from the soul.
Jesus. I mean... Yeah. What is going on? Why am I just being approached by random people? There's a tie from the Finland fence. Okay. What the?
Skill that fire can create.
Sure, we'll do that. Honestly, I do wonder how long this is going to take me as a game to not necessarily finish, but actually get into a good spot where I'm very comfortable with builds and stuff like that. Sure, we'll just do that. Cool, feel much strong now. Sure. Don't have all my abilities done, but screw it, why not? We've got the resources, let's do it.
If you want something unique, just ask.
Cannon. Sure, let's make a cannon.
Stay. Remember,
Okay, that's fine.
wise warriors tend to
Let's sell a bunch of stuff.
their side.
Might as well visit the fence while we're here.
You're looking for something? Quit standing around. Go tidy those shelves. You think this junk's worth koi? I asked for luxury goods, not used trash. You think we're running a bloody warehouse here?
Are you the prince?
Hey? A free sword? Which corpse did you pick clean? Let's have a look.
Not here to sell. Just picking up.
You say you left something with me? Don't feed me lies. Huh? It's a fake.
Alchemist's belongings.
Oh, you mean what Master Aluston left with us? Ah, right. Just a moment. You! Out! Go on! Get some sun! Get some fresh air! Out! Means out! Alright, come on in.
It's a good thing they didn't have HR departments back in those days.
Here's what you came for.
These are scholars' robes from the Institute.
You've a keen eye. They're issued only to Scholastal attendees. Wear them, and you'll have no trouble gaining entry to the Institute.
Okay.
Now then, safe travels.
Training machine.
Please put in a good word with Aluston for me.
Yes, if I...
Care of the goods he entrusted me with.
Well, I mean, if you let me steal all the stuff in here, then maybe I'll do that. So a Scholar Stone, do I have a... Ah, okay. Do you know what? Let's get Scholar Stone and then it's, we'll probably wrap it up for the evening. Or maybe we'll have a look around there first. Fortunately, I did all this exploring, which has made it so much easier. I think my favourite part about this game is the fact that you can Skyrim up in every single mountain that you see. And it's even easier than Skyrim to be able to pull it off as well, because you can actually climb up almost every single surface in this game. Don't even know why I'm going up this way. Well, okay, we're just going to climb up that. The golden nut shield hits the same brain stimulation as cold camo from Black Ops 1. Do you know what? Actually, now that you've said that, I can actually see it myself. I'm making an absolute pig's ear out doing this this run. But no, do you know what? Actually, I can kind of see it, because that gold was fantastic. It's been a while since they've actually done a gold camo that's very similar. To be fair, I am a big fan of Damascus from the later gens. What we got up here? I think they did a really good job with those ones as well. I never got them though. But if I had the time, I would have got that one, to be fair. I assume that's all we can do. It is. Gonna assume nothing up there. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. It's actually really good defensively as well. I just don't. Oh. I just don't use shields as much now because dual wielding swords is so much more fun. Yeah, you better run. I've absolutely gone the most difficult way I possibly could have. How high up here do we think we can climb? Diamond camo from Black Ops 2 and gold from Black Ops 1 are the best. Do you know what? Fantastic choices, to be fair. Did I get diamond? I can't remember if I actually got diamond. I want to say I didn't in Black Ops 2. That's because I was just I was such a fan of the AN-94. I just couldn't bring myself to play anything else. Oh! What the hell's this? This isn't the Institute. What is this? No. No. Why do I get the feeling this is going to be something to do with Are you something? I didn't want to grab onto the tree, but alright. Yes. Alright, guess we come back to that. What? I'm hearing something up here. What are those? What is that? A kiwi bird. What a noise. There's something over here. Apparently, according to the minimap. So we climb. Oh, set fire to the boulder. It is moving. Wait, what? Nope. Don't know how to get through that just yet. Nope. How do I get out of here again? Oh, we'll just do it the hard way. What does it actually put it down as on the map? Oh, it doesn't have it down as anything. Maybe I've got to come back with something. It's fine. Okay, we're almost there. So I've got to be wearing those scholar clothes, I imagine. Oh god, not this again. Oh, I didn't. I think I saw it. Okay. Ow. Well, now we found out what I need to do to get through that bit now. I'm gonna be a bit closer. MP5 from Modern Warfare 2 might be SSS plus tier. I think you could be right there. What time should we hit it? Ow. The crazy part is I feel like I could have just climbed on the walls and got myself in.
Perhaps our curiosity is Solomon's will as well.
Pardon me.
I don't believe we've met.
Where might I find the dean?
Dean, you certainly don't waste any time. Good. I needed a moment to clear my head. Come along then. I'll show you how to get there. Did someone put in a good word for you? Not many outsiders make it past the gates.
Something like that.
In the old days, none set foot here without permission.
He's not going to ask why I've got like the skin of an
Times have
animal on me.
surely changed.
Why is this place hidden?
I've only just come here and I'm already stealing recipes.
There. Do you see the institute atop the cliff? It's as magnificent as ever. You'll find the dean there, but take care. The mountain is quite steep. If the climb is too taxing, there is a road through Karonska. Best of luck to you.
How do I get here? Subgay's here. Hey, how's it going, Subgay? I appreciate you stopping by. Feels like it always feels like it's been forever every single time we actually speak. Who needs a road? Oh, there's a purple cube here. Why are there enemies here? Why has this got bandits in it? Why? This is a locked away place. Why are the bandits? I don't understand. Still busy synced up? Oh, that's good to hear. I've liberated a region. Also needs to think of starting a business for it. Hey, fair play. Sounds amazing. I take it everything's going alright with it was Fate Trigger, wasn't it? Was it Fate Trigger? I need to, sounds like I need to catch up with you guys and, find out what's working, what's new and all that kind of thing. But no, that's awesome news. I'm happy for both of you. That's fantastic. Are you anything? I don't know. Are you anything? Oh, it's wasps. No. I don't really want to be messing with that then after all. That'll teach you. FT's running mayor. Delay of release. Oh. Any particular reason why that's the case, or? Business because of German laws and crazy hard for us. Ah, fair enough. I'm with you. Gonna gift this professor. There we go. Don't know what I don't know what use you've got for that, but here you go. Enjoy my crap.
So I've heard it's made by adding a special ingredient to any.
Nothing official. Well, that kind of sucks. Finos is here. Welcome back. I appreciate that. It's been a fun week. I'll say that much. But no, it's good. It's good to be just cutting some steam. Just having a little bit of fun. Just nothing serious. Nothing crazy. Nothing or anything like that. It's just fun to get up to some wacky shenanigans over inside of Crimson Desert. To be fair, I'm thinking of potentially calling it shortly, just so I can catch up a little bit more on sleep. It's been one of those that it's just been absolutely wiping this week. So,
Unnatural events one after another. You must find the cause, and quickly.
pretty fun week. Oh,
So absorbed, I didn't even see you standing.
everything's all good now. It's just been a busy one. Sorry, guys, excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, it's just been a knackering one. It really has. One bad night, like really bad night's sleep, has just cascaded across the whole week, and unfortunately, it's just kind of like knocked me out. And then work's just been a little bit on the crazy side. So just and then Kiddo's just not been playing ball. He's been a little bit restless. So it is what it is. It happens. But hey, you know, the weekend's looking forward. You know, it's looking good. Got a few jobs that need to get sorted. We're going to pop out to like a nice little kind of like craft market by the sounds of things tomorrow. And I need to ramp up my search for a new car. So that's it's a couple of things on the horizon and all that kind of thing. But now that we've rested, now that we've actually got some good news about, well, I say good news. As long as we haven't got the negative news when it comes to TFD, then back to content creation it's going to be. So yeah, so it's well and fine. It's all good. Everything's absolutely all fine and dandy on this side. How's everything over your way?
He stands at the forefront of abyssal research, a most brilliant mind. Not everyone can reach the abyss. Most cannot hope to cross the threshold. Have you set foot in the abyss?
I have. Have you not?
I have.
I'm a good person.
Tell me, what was it like?
confusing.
As I suspected. The Abyss seems governed by principles wholly unlike those of our world. Many scholars here, myself included, devote their entire lives to its study. Your account alone will prove invaluable. Some may even envy you for it.
Oh. New icon on the minimap. What's that icon?
If you have truly set foot in the Abyss, he will take keen interest.
It's a box.
Each failure has brought him closer to success.
I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but I have a box. Look, I've got a box. I'm sure there's something... Oh, I'm about to put the boxes in there. That makes more sense.
We have a guest. The Grey Maiden, sent by Alustin, come to aid you in your work.
Why is he wearing a suit?
He doesn't strike me as a scholar.
Perhaps not, but unlike us, he has touched the Abyss.
If you could just give us a moment. Tomorrow at this very spot, I shall open a way to the Abyss. You can have a hand in it, so long as you don't get in my way.
Don't mind him. He speaks harshly, but he will be glad of your help.
He's right there. He's heard you say that. It's about I really want to put the boxes in already. Oh, get in there. Ah, whatever. Well, if I've got to wait, then I might as well just kind of like call it there. I think, and then we'll revisit this probably Monday. I won't advance the story anymore. Cool. So in that case, yeah, we'll just wrap it up there, just so I can catch up a little bit more on my sleep and can get myself in a good state ready for Monday. So thank you everyone that's tuned in. Thank you all so much for spending some time with myself, and we did get one brand new sub today, so that is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, in which case, as always, keep yourself safe, keep yourselves well. I'll see you all on the next stream, which will be Monday, all being well, as long as everything actually all goes to plan. Have yourselves a lovely weekend. Catch you all later. Bye.